Hey, this is Tyrone Jackson, the Wealthy Investor, saying thank you for joining me for another hot lesson. Sometimes I post lessons on investing, and sometimes I post lessons on trading stocks. Today's lesson is going to be on keeping it simple and learning how to be a great investor. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, you want to make sure that you do so right now. Now, I'm going to give you the secret of all secrets in the stock market, and it's called keeping it simple. As many of you know, I'm a frequent guest on radio and television programs, and the reason I'm doing this video because I was a recent guest on a radio show, and the host insisted on making stock market investing complicated. It's not necessary. It's not necessary. It's not necessary. The reason that 99% of the people who put their money in the stock market aren't successful, in my view, is because they don't know how to what? Keep it simple. Keep investing simple so that you can make a lot of money. I'll say that again. One of the things that you want to learn in the stock market is how to keep it simple so that you can make a lot of money. I'm going to show you some case studies here, and had you and I been closely associated over the past 5 years, how you could have made a lot of money. Now, watch this. Let's pick out the first stock. This is a stock called CVS Health Corporation, and the ticker symbol, trading symbol, is CVS, right? Now, had you known, as part of the Wealthy Investor program, had you known to buy your shares, start buying shares, we call it building a position, less than 5 years ago when the shares were $45, notice you could have gotten the shares down here somewhere, right in this price range, and the shares are now what? At $92. Well, $45 twice is what? $90. That means that you would have a what? A 100% return on your investment in CVS, those drugstores that you see in your city and in your town, because you would have learned how to keep it simple. Now let's take a look and see what that actually looks like. We know the ticker symbol is CVS. We looked at a 5-year chart. That means that if for to produce a 100% return, $1,000 is now worth $2,000. Seems pretty simple enough. A one-time $10,000 is worth $20,000. $100,000 today, right now, is worth $200,000. And this is something an institution would do. $1 million is now worth $2 million. Now, our goal is to keep this happening over and over and over again. You get in life what you focus on most. That is the power of investing. If you're one of these people who's negative, and complaining and worrying, you never learn how to choose really great stocks. So this is a stock where your money would have doubled in what? Less than 5 years. I refer to this stock as one of my keeping up with the Kardashian stocks. Now, why? You know, I like to teach with humor and simplicity. Why is this one of my keeping up with the Kardashian stocks? Follow me here. What does this have to do with the stock market? Because the Kardashians are really famous. They make a lot of money. The only problem is we're not sure what they're really famous for, but they're in the media all the time. Well, a stock like CVS is not in the media all the time, but it's produced a 100% return in less than 5 years. Let's move on to another stock that fits the wealthy investor profile. It's a company called Tractor Supply, ticker symbol TSCO. If you don't live in New York, Chicago, LA, and more of a rural area, you're probably more familiar with this company. Less than 5 years ago, had you and I been associated with each other, you would have known to start buying your shares again around $45. 45 twice is $90. What does that mean in your account? You get what you focus on. The ticker symbol is TSCO. $1,000 invested less than 5 years ago is what? $2,000. $10,000 is now $20,000. $100,000 is worth $200,000. $1 million is now worth $2 million. You get in this life what you focus on. Move away from negative people. Stop focusing on negative things. Focus on growing your money in the stock market and keeping it simple, and guess what's going to happen? Positive results. This pattern down here of $100,000 becoming $200,000, $1 million becoming $2 million is consistent. on stocks that are what? Not discussed in the media all the time. Let's take a look at our third case study in this example. It's a company called Hasbro, ticker symbol HAS. Now, they are a leader in the toy manufacturing business. And when do people buy toys the most? In the fourth quarter around Christmas. And it's the funniest thing about Christmas. Once it passes this year, it's going to come around 52 weeks later. So Christmas keeps happening and this company keeps making money. Are you starting to see my point? Had we known each other or been associated with each other less than 5 years ago, you'd have known to get your shares around $30 a share because you would have been studying my method. $30 twice is 60, another 100 plus percent return in the stock market because you did what? You learned to keep things simple. Ticker symbol HAS, 1,000 is $2,000, but you don't want to be stuck at $2,000 in your trading account and growing your wealth. You want to turn $100,000 into $200,000, 1 million into $2 million. Now, how does this happen consistently? Because let's go back up to the top. Because in my program, rather than just focusing on technical analysis, we focus on fundamentals and stocks that may not be getting media attention, and we learn how to keep it simple so that we can do what? Make a lot of money. So if you're ready to change your life, the next step is go to thewealthyinvestor.net and download my 100% free ebook, Trading Stocks for Wealth. It's totally free. All you have to do is grab it right now so that you can learn my methodology and my approach for picking stocks. Me and my students do well consistently. Why? Because we're following stocks that have the highest probability based on fundamentals of doubling. Now, I'm not here to tell you that MACD is not important and the 50-day moving average is not important and Fibonacci lines are not important. They're all important, but they only tell you history. They don't tell you the future of the stock. What's your best predictor of the future is future earnings. Or, as I like to say, following quarterly top line revenue and following annual top line revenue. And it also has something to do with the size of the float and a few other factors. But you want to get to know this methodology. Even if you have an approach that's working, the Wealthy Investor Trading Stocks for Wealth ebook is what you want. Totally free. It is your next step. This is about making change in your life, learning how to keep things simple so that your investing hits new highs. So I'll see you at thewealthyinvestor.net. And once you download my free ebook, you and I can get to spend more time together to create success.